If you've ever wondered what these curious little tools are, today's episode of How Do I is for you. My name is Claudia and I'm the owner of Snuggly Monkey, and today we're going to be looking at palm thimbles. As the name suggests, these are thimbles that are worn on your finger and the metal plate rests on your palm. They're also known as Sashiko thimbles, and they are made of several different materials. Sometimes they're made of metal, they can be made of leather or leather-like material. They all work pretty much the same way. And while they are predominantly used in sashiko, they can definitely be helpful to you in your quilting projects, your visible mending work, and any other projects where you could use the extra force of your hand to help push a needle through thread. So let's take a look at how these work. This one is the Clover metal palm thimble. Most of these have adjustable bands so that you can tighten it if you need it. For smaller fingers, you can widen it if you need it for a little wider finger. I find this Clover one to be really comfortable. Oftentimes, I'll even forget that I have it on my hand. And this is how it's worn on your middle finger with the plate resting on your palm. And what this does is when you are working on a project, say that you're stitching through multiple layers or you're stitching through denim, anything heavy, multiple layers of a quilt, anytime that you think you might have trouble getting your needle through multiple layers of fabric. As you get your needle set, instead of traditional finger thimbles and putting all of that stress on just the tip of your finger, the palm thimble lets you use the full force of your hand to push that needle through all the thick layers and pull it out. And that's pretty much how you use a palm thimble. Um, it's also very helpful for a particular sashiko stitching technique that is called the rocking method. And for this particular sashiko technique, the size of your needle does matter here. You're going to want a needle that fits in your hands. You're going to be resting the eye of this on that metal plate, and then you want the tip, when you hold the needle like this, you want the tip to be just a little bit past your finger so that you can control the needle easily. If the needle is too long for your particular hand, you're going to have all of this extra tip there, and it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to maneuver and control your stitches and your stitch length. If the needle is too short for your hand, it's going to cause discomfort. It's going to cause, see how this finger is really cramped up and scrunched there. While I could do what I'm about to do with this needle, it's going to end up bothering this finger. So testing out different sashiko needle lengths to find the length that works best in your hand is important here. So for this technique, I like to start by getting my needle set in the fabric, putting it in, and then making sure that the tip is out. What you're going to do is you're going to rest the eye of that needle on the plate of the thimble. My middle finger is behind the fabric and it's guiding the needle on the back of the fabric. My thumb is guiding the needle on the front. My pointer finger is just kind of hanging out. I am right-handed, so I'm stitching with my right hand, and so my left hand is pulling on the fabric to create tension. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use that metal thimble to push your needle forward as you rock the needle in and out of the fabric to create your sashiko stitches. Once you have as many stitches as you'd like on your needle, once again, you use that metal plate to push your needle through. You pull your needle through the fabric and then pull your thread through, and you have your sashiko stitches. This rocking method can take a little minute to get used to it, but once you are used to it, it's a much faster, easier way to get your sashiko stitches down. Once again, just to run through it again, I'm resting the eye of the needle on the metal plate. I'm pushing forward with that palm thimble, and I'm using my middle finger to guide the needle on the back of the fabric. my left hand is creating tension. Once you get the hang of it, you can usually get going pretty fast with this method. Everyone has a different comfort level as to how many stitches they want on there. You push through and you pull. So that's how this thimble is used in Sashiko. While I use the metal clover one quite a bit, like I said, it's really comfortable. I can often forget that I have it on. Another one that I really like is this one that is made by Lemon Looms. The reason that I like it is it's made of leather, so it's really nice and soft. The cording is adjustable so that you can make it larger or smaller depending on your hand size. But what I really like about this one is this extra little leather flap that's included on the front here. What this is for is that this also doubles as a needle puller. So if you are, again, working on multiple layers, you're working through some tough fabrics, some heavy denims, and your needle gets stuck, then you can use this extra little flap to wrap it around the tip of your needle. It gives you some extra grip so that you can pull your needle through more easily. And then you have the full functionality of this thimble as a palm thimble as well, using it to protect the palm of your hand to push that needle through. You use that front flap to pull, and it kind of works together to take some of the stress off of your hand and to make stitching through multiple layers or thick fabrics a little bit easier.